Hello everybody, and today's video is going to be a good video. Consider this to be a bit of a versus, but also a finishing off 2023's videos. So this video, recently we had the Easy A for these, right? These had an Easy A at some point in November, September, sorry, they had December, beg your pardon, early December. And then we had these Easy A's at some point earlier on in the year. So this will be a finishing off 2023, but a good one to see how well does a fairly recent Easy A free-to-play do against a 2023 8th anniversary or 8th year entering the 9th summonable Easy A. Right, they both are really good actually for what they do. So it will be a good comparison side by side to see what they do. Now we're going to jump into, I think, if I'm right, there's an extreme super battle road for androids. So we'll probably have a jump into that because androids has become really good. I'll try and do my best for the Cell Saga one, really. No, I do actually have a 200% lead from the Transforming Cell. So I'll put them on a 200% lead and I'll see how well we can fare. I'll bring up their information and I'll see you on the flip side in a hot second. Okay, so this will be the team that I'm deciding to run into this. So we're going to have a very top-heavy team, we're going to have quite a powerful team. But all these teams will need support because they do need to all attack first. So this is the team that we're running, but we're going to be focusing on the two androids, the 17, 18 and 16 in respective summonable Easy A versus free-to-play Easy A. How are we getting? Well, the physical summonable Easy A. Well, how do they fare? Well, now they get 3 key 178%. So previously they had 1 key only 78%. They had a chance to dodge and they gave 2 key 40% attack. Now they do a hell of a lot more. They have 178%. They have 78% on super attack, of which their super attack effect raises attack and defense now, not just, well, I don't think it did anything. You still have a chance to dodge. You have an increased chance to dodge as well, depending on your HP threshold, and you get an additional defense of 35% after you dodged an attack, which is really good. And of course we go from 1 key 40% attack to 2 key 50% attack and defense to androids. So let's have a look. So we have 190%. 190k defense, and that is with 69%, and that is with a fair good few links in there, and that is going to be achieved by this guy. So 190k. Well, the int unit that's going to be there will probably 5, but we might just get wasted by the rest. That being said, let's see if we can take down the physical counterpart, and let's see how well we can do on this. These guys, they do actually have a transformation as well. So in order to transform, you need to have 66% or less with 2 other androids on the team, or at any time if you're against Cell. So if we do get clapped up a little bit, we can actually transform. When he does, then we're talking something impressive. Let's focus on the AGL here. Let's see how well he can take it down. And we'll probably just remain the same, but we've got no choice but to go for this. The int unit I'm not so worried about. It's the tech one, taking around 10k, which is okay. 50 odd k. We do get 30% on super attack, 9.32. Wow, previously these guys did 2 at best, and we're talking at best. 9.32 is a tremendous jump. There's your 66% chance to dodge, there's your 30% chance to dodge. I don't even know which one it is, it's one or the rest. They have their dodges. Them having 66% chance to dodge gives them an incredible chance of dodging at any point in time. It's almost like UI Goku, right? That's really good. The fact that they give 2 key 50% to stats as well really helps out. I mean, you're seeing this guy putting out 7 million. This guy in his first form does not do 7 million. He just doesn't. And he isn't tanking a type disadvantage attack. It just isn't. So, you know, that's something. But yeah. So as we look through, as we keep going through, we'll see some really incredible numbers, and I'm looking forward to see. So by the way, they also do 2 key 50% attack and defense. I'm pretty sure. Let me read through. Yes. Extreme class allies 4-key defense 50%. So again, you get the most important part, I suppose, in there, which is really nice. But yes, not able to get a super attack, but something tells me the tech guy is gonna die from this attack. So yeah, the AGL ones, they have 78% to stats, which is a hell of a lot less. But on super attack, they do greatly raise. They get 30% for their 12-key and 50% for their 18-key, which is really nice. Extreme class allies 4-key, 50% defense. They get an additional 3-key, 78% attack, and a guaranteed additional when attacking super class, which we probably won't get here. Super class enemies, though, their defense goes down by 78%. We ain't going to get any of that. All we will get is we'll just get the super attack and the 4-key 50% defense for extreme class. So here we go, side by side. Funny enough, they are not the best of fellas. They only have 3 links over 6 teams. So we have infinite energy, shocking speed, and legendary power, and there we go. With fierce battle coming in, I believe, from the cell, so that's fine. So we could probably have these guys up front, because these we're facing the majority of them is AGL, so STR. So we definitely want this guy. The funny thing is, though, that tech unit there is really, really oof. So their defense, 138 versus 226. Now, if we pop one of our favourite items, which is going to be this item, we'll be able to get a true value of how good they are. So the STR, not going to have a problem, I suspect. But yes. So between the two of them, they get infinite energy, shocking speed, and legendary power. So what is it they do off the top of my head? So they do 2-key. So according to this, they get 2-key, and then shocking speed gives them 2-key. So they're getting 4-key from each other, whilst one gives 4-key and the other one gives 2-key. So they're both sharing a tremendous amount. There's like 6-key going around non-stop. So they're going to trigger the 50% to their extra additional defense, putting that up to over 200, which is really nice, which is something there. We will give them max key, and yeah, we'll do that here. This will be curious. We should be safe from the SDR guy, who doesn't give us much issue. No, not really. What does this guy do? He does a lot. He does too much. Stop. Stop. You do too much. 4.34 and we're basically dead. 4.34, not good really. That's just. I mean, we'll live. I presume we'll live. Good God, that tech unit lived up. I mean, it was one or the other. So yeah. Okay, between them, 6 million versus 4. I mean, they definitely are better, you'd expect. I mean, they have more stats. It's a summonable easy A. And a 5.5 million. Okay, brilliant. This could kill us, as I say. We're not going to get any heal unless he does the additional. And I don't quite know how strong he is. Oh no, he will actually survive. Oh, so 4 million versus the 8 million. Okay. I often forget this. 4 million versus 8 million. But I suppose it's free to play versus summonable. And this is free to play 100%. But again, it's one of them. Let's see, who's he going to be best sharing rings with? It's going to be you, isn't it? How many can we get? 6. We can get 6 with you. You enter the game with 284k, so we'll pop this. This will be really good. He's going to have a tremendous amount of attack. There's just going to be no doubt about that. Yeah, so I can imagine someone's going to be killed in this. So they took an okay amount of damage. This could be fun. Okay, 90k is actually really good to take. So yeah, the free to play does well. 12.5 million is probably enough to end one of these guys. So he does really well with the 8 million, and that's just a casual 8 million. Not really his best friend. The best friend is probably going to be the extreme class support for Cell Saga enemies, which is going to be the one who's attacking in the 3rd slot here. Wow, just triple 10 million. Just why not? Triple 10 million here. Yeah, totally greases everybody out. He's going to give a 40% to stats, which is going to be really good. The only other best friend I can think of that these guys have, who is it that it says it is, enters the game with, interestingly enough, it's MVP for the LR MVP, which is the Intel R4 TOP. Interesting. MVP 17 Easy 8, also apparently a really good one, which is kind of really surprising considering we scraped through by the skin of our teeth on that one. We got battered a bit. Anyway, they're side by side for this one. Side by side and a good mix of what we have here. Okay, so we have an active skill. Remember, the active skill can be 66% or less with 2 or more androids. So what happens if we trigger that? Well, we go from 178% with a whole bunch of key to 8 key 240%. Right? 8 key 240%. It's getting nuts. You get 160 on super attack. So it's up from 78 to 160. Your super attack effect greatly raises whether it's 12 or 18 key. Your 18 key, however, does sacrifice 6% HP. You have a 50% chance to crit, period. You have a slightly higher chance to crit if it's against a cell, and then you're guaranteed to launch an additional super attack when there is a Cell Saga enemy, or when all allies in the same turn or android. So we're going to have a guaranteed super attack effect, of which greatly raises defense. This is going to be absolutely insane. We will trigger, of course, our sound and audio. Let's see the nice intro.
Not bad.
Android 16?
The time has come to fight, even before I meet Goku.
Okay, the big boy is out. So what do we get? We have 227k. He's going to get 160 when performing a super attack, 50% from his super attack effect, and then that again. This is going to be ridiculous. Stick him in slot 1, where we can get side by side. We have infinite energy, which is 2 key, and legendary power, which is a nice amount of attack. We have full key, blah blah blah. So we have no healing items, so this will be a perfect idea to see how well they can tank. If Baby does indeed die, we should have no problems from this guy. So, I mean, these guys, the AGL, they're free to play, so of course they ain't going to hit 10 million. But the fact that they can have, they can clear 200 and 230k defense, they're given 4 key 50% defense as a support, they're not terrible. They're actually surprisingly adept. Just pound for pound, you'd expect it to be more, right? Obviously you expect the physical one to have more power, right? That's just the way it goes. 13.89, 14 million, 14 million. We will sacrifice 6% HP, but good God, 8.35, and that's a casual 8.35, body slams. This guy should have been a wrestler, right? Utter wasted, baby. He did not stand a chance. Hell, Rildo having type advantage. What do we get? Nothing. You cannot affect this guy. I wish you could press that button at any point in time and see what your defense is or your attack stat is as you are watching this, because if I could press it, you can see that defense just went from just shy of 300 to probably north of 500. 1.71 followed by that just over 2.5 million. These are a solid units, right? I mean, combined, you're putting out around 5 million, right? Which is not terrible. 2.3 and then a 1.7. So, that's okay. Collectively, they're okay. You get 50% defense, and then you get 30% defense. They're a solid unit for a free-to-play easy that's given support. That's actually pretty good. But yeah. So very impressed, mega impressed. Extreme Super Battle Road has a really good way of testing you, because not many units can transform because of the shortness of the battle. The enemies have really good type coverage, and they're no joke. They can hit hard. They have an insane amount of health. That second phase, they have a lot of health just between the two of them. So there's something there that always has a threat, and a threat indeed. But Extreme Super Battle Road really good at flushing out the enemy in true power. I think another good comparison video for the future would be these two cells, the physical and int. But it was a really good video to see how well the androids can fare against each other. It's a great way of finishing off 2023. Honestly, the fact that the physical androids, they went from 1.5, 2 million to just doing a casual 9 million, and when they transform, they do a lot. I mean, they just hurt the enemy. 16 comes out and proceeds to bring the little smackdown onto the enemies, which is truly impressive. Hey, I broke the record. That's really good. Broke the record. Why? I kind of think it's because the physical androids on the last phase just went to town. Yes, Baby was type disadvantaged, but he just got slaughtered. And Rildo, being STR, he just got torn in half. Honestly, very good. Were they terrible? Yes. Are they good? God damn, they're good. Leader skill pretty decent as well, coming in at 150%. Actually, no, 170%, beg your pardon. 4 key, 170%. Really, really good. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Quite an impressive one. AGL androids versus the summonable androids. Both of them have easy A's. Both of them are really good, but of course the summonable, we all knew from the beginning, right? They're just going to be better. But side by side, you know, when they give each other 50% defense, you give each other key, they're quite a dynamic duo, quite a force to be reckoned with, you know, because the key supports this guy getting the maximum power, but, you know, like the defense helps bring in the AGL up to a decent one, so that's pretty good. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. It's been very fun. I broke my records, and if anyone's wanting to know how good the androids really are from a normal's perspective, honestly, they're really good. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all the next time. Thank you, and bye bye.